Welcome to the Mindset Mile podcast, the show that'll leave you empowered to take action towards becoming the turned up version of your already awesome self. I'm your host, Aisha Zaza, and I'm so glad you're here. Let's go. Hey fam, welcome back to the Mindset Mile podcast. Today, I want to talk about something I think is a big issue for a lot of people and what used to be for myself included. And that is reasons why you may be lacking consistency in your life. Maybe you feel me when I say you live in a constant quote unquote, on again, off again cycle, be it with your exercise, how you eat, maybe the way you see yourself, the daily habits that you start and don't stick with. Every single one of us has been there where you get on a kick of doing something for a while and then you fall off for a number of reasons. Sometimes it's not intentional. Life gets in the way. Maybe you become sick or you get injured. But I think more often the issue is the way that people set themselves up for a new routine. And here are the three biggest problems I see normally. The first, there's not a long-term commitment and you're focused on the results instead of the process. The second is your belief about what is possible is lacking. And then the third is you change too many things all at one time. So let's dive a little deeper into each of these. First, there's not a long-term commitment and you're focused on the results instead of the process. A lot of people get gung-ho on an idea that they see or hear is working really well for someone else. So they jump on the bandwagon to see how it goes for them. But the problem with seeing how it goes, this mentality, is that it often doesn't go as quickly or as well as we'd hoped. So the routine becomes short-lived, therefore ensuring we never reach the results and we chalk it up as another thing that just didn't work out for us. It's basically a 1 foot in, 1 foot out attempt. And it's honestly not your fault for believing there's a magic pill for everything. I mean, look at the things that are marketed to us. Juice cleanses that help you lose X amount of pounds in 3 or 5 days. Detox teas, keto this, intermittent fasting that, making $100,000 in your first 6 months. I mean, the list goes on and on. They know people's desperation and their trigger points and their impatience for a fix. And so that's what we're sold, and it's unfair. The expectation it gives you is unrealistic, and then you end up robbing yourself of getting whatever results you want, because 9 times out of 10, it doesn't work like that. Yes, short-term solutions to weight loss exist, but that's just what they are, short-term. Sure, there's that one person that goes against all odds and strikes gold. And while it is inspiring to see what is possible, it should not be confused with what is probable. If there's change you want to make with your health, your weight, your financial situation, or your relationship, you have to commit to the process long term. Because results with these types of things tend to have a snowball effect, where the results start small, but after you're at it for a while, they start to compound faster and faster. Most people just never wait until the faster and faster part, and they throw in the towel before the results start showing up or when they are moving very slowly. And something I know may not sound as appealing as the end goal sounds is that who you become in those processes is invaluable. Most people don't make lifestyle changes for that reason, but I can tell you the person you become is so worth sticking to your guns with your routine when it feels unappealing and mundane. That is where the magic happens. Stop checking for results every day and start checking in to make sure that you just showed up to do the work. Okay, the second reason you might be lacking consistency is because your belief around what is possible. I know it may seem like all you need to do is take action towards your goals, but your belief around what is possible will play a big role in your subconscious throughout the process. Think of it like a form of self-sabotage if all you ever do is doubt yourself and doubt the process. What kind of energy do you think that's going to produce? An example of this you might be able to relate to is like when you attempt a lifestyle change around how you eat. Maybe you stop buying the normal sweets and processed junk food and you get into a good rhythm or a good start. But in the back of your mind, you keep telling yourself that it's only a matter of time before you grab that sugary food again. And that what you're doing isn't sustainable because you haven't been able to sustain it before. Your most powerful critic is going to take control if you don't start to change the belief around what type of long-term change is possible for you. And mind you, I do believe that food and eating lifestyle changes don't just happen successfully if you think it's only about discipline. I do think that knowledge is power, where the more you actually learn about what is in the food you're eating and why you're making the change to cut out, this or that is going to carry far more weight than because you've identified certain foods as quote unquote bad just because that's what you've been told. But anyway, not to get too far out on a tangent. If you're going into a new business venture with all the excitement in the world, but keep subscribing to the belief that you're going to fail because that's what's always happened before when you try new things, then guess what? Your belief is going to make you doubt your every single move, and it in turn will affect the effort you consistently put in, which will lead you down another path that doesn't work. Change your belief about what you can become, how you can change, and what you deserve. You can do this by saying positive affirmations, using visualization. You can try journaling or writing down what things will look like when you do make positive change, etc. If you want to change your results, then you need to change your belief around what results are possible for you. Number 3, you try to change too many things all at one time. I love me some enthusiasm around a lifestyle overhaul, but ultimately, when you try to change too many things at once, your brain becomes overwhelmed and shuts down. You probably know what I'm talking about here, where you start out the new year, you're like, okay, I'm going to hit the gym 5 days a week. I'm going to do the whole 30. I'm walking 10,000 steps a day, reading a chapter of my book every night, and I'm drinking 120 ounces of water every day. All of those things are amazing for you, and it is possible for you to manage them all at once. Absolutely. I know a lot of people who live like this. But when you're in a place where you're just trying to turn the ship around, committing to too many things, whether they are the best things in the world for you, could be setting yourself up for failure. Often I see that people are much more successful in developing great habits when they build upon them and focus on doing one thing at a time and doing that one thing great before they add another. A lot of habits I mentioned above take time to make them feel like they become a part of who you are and what you do instead of a goal. And to do something consistently, successfully, you really want to make sure that the thing is more second nature to you than it is something you're trying to just get done every day. You want habits to become your new normal. And once they do, you'll stop seeing a day here or there where you don't get them done as such a big deal, because you know doing something overall is better than stopping for long periods of time and then starting back up again. That is the on-off mentality that hurts so many of us. So those are 3 big reasons you may be lacking consistency in life. There's not a long-term commitment once you start something new. The story around what you're telling yourself or your belief around what is possible if you stick with what you want to get started. And you're trying to change too many things all at once. Which one of these speaks to you the most? Tag me on Instagram and let me know. I'm at Aisha Zaza, or send me a DM. I love hearing from you guys. I mean it. I'll see you next week. And until then, make it a great day.